Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 15 of my favorite 31 albums of 2023. We're counting down each and every day here this month in December, as we do each and every December. Our favorite albums of the year, released this year, all new stuff, right? We don't do reissues on this countdown. We don't do live albums, right? These are brand new releases from new, existing, old bands, up-and-coming bands, classic bands, whatever it might be, across all the genres we cover here on the channel. So today, for pick number 15, this is another one from early back in the year, released March 17, 2023, produced by Sasha Pyeth and the band themselves for Napalm Records. I'm talking about The Awakening by Kamelot. This is the regular album cover. Here's the slipcover. Yeah, kind of like without the... I keep the slipcover, obviously, but I don't know if that adds anything to this, to be honest with you. I think the cover itself is pretty damn cool. Great artwork, as always, on these Kamelot records. There are the guys in the band right there. This is their 13th studio album. Hard to believe, 13 studio albums from this band already. It's like crazy. It's like, sometimes you blink and it's like, some of these bands, Kamelot hasn't been around for a million years. They've been around for a while, but 13 albums. Oof. Tommy Karavec on lead vocals. Tommy is now making Kamelot his only band that he's playing with now, because of course he and his other Swedish friends they no longer require his services. Strange, huh? Seventh wonder, yeah. Thomas Youngblood, of course, the mainstay in the band on guitars. Sean Tibbetts on bass. Oliver Palatai on keyboards. And Alex Landenberg on drums and percussion. There's all sorts of other guests and things on this album, right? You got Michael Rodenberg on some keyboards. You got Cobra Page vocals, Brian Howe's vocals, Tina Guo on cello, Florian Janoski on violin, Simone Simmons, of course, on guest vocals, Melissa Bonney on guest vocals, Oliver Hartman, Herbie Langhans, and Ina Morgan also on guest backing vocals. And then you have the new Babylon Choir appearing on here. Jacob Hansen on mixing and mastering, right? Just like, again, as with all of these Kamelot albums, these big, huge productions, right? This big sounding stuff. What do you call Kamelot? At their core, I guess they're a power metal band, right? But they've got lots of symphonic elements, certainly lots of progressive elements and theatrical elements. The music of Kamelot is very different from a lot of other bands that kind of play in this kind of realm, right? But just real classy music, big productions, long albums. Well, this one's about 52 minutes long. It's not as long as some other ones, but one of those bands that, for me anyway, you listen to their albums, you get in their albums, you enjoy their albums. Their albums. Like for me, I have a real hard time picking out like highlight tracks from their albums. That they're not these albums are so kind of like conceptual in nature, even though if lyrically they're not all tied together like that. They just feel that way. It feels like a work that you have to listen to from start to finish. So for me with Kamelot, it's like I don't pick out favorite songs. I just have favorite albums that kind of flow really well, right? Because they just you have to listen to them from start to finish. That's how I take them in. This one's really not any different. They got the overture to kick things off on here, and you got the awesome The Great Divide, killer song. Again, there's usually always like... meanwhile, I contradicted myself because I just said that I don't pick out certain tracks, but usually each album has one that is kind of like the centerpiece, and then everything else just kind of like, almost like take it as a whole. Eventide's on here, One More Flag in the Ground, Opus of the Night, Ghost Requiem, another really good one. I think, and then New Babylon has Simone and Melissa singing on it. That usually on every album they try to have a guest female vocalist or two. So that's a really, really cool one. Blood Moon is another good one, Night Sky. You got the Pantheon Ever Forevermore towards the end, which leads out to the ephemera outro, right? You got the intro and the outro. Not all that uncommon, albums like this, right? So, in between all sorts of big chugging guitars, blazing guitar solos, loads and loads of keyboards. I would argue that Oliver's keyboard tones and textures and things are some of the best sounding in metal. These albums, these Kamelot albums, just have this big, grand, majestic, grandiose, symphonic, orchestral metal thing going on. That's just very, very cool. Very, very cool. And so it's an enjoyable album. We do have some chart positions on this because, Kamelot, pretty popular band, right? Austria. Number 31, Canada. Number 11, Made it number 2 in the hard music albums charts, number 11 overall charts. Belgium, 85. Dutch charts, 94. Germany, 9. Japan, number 54. Scotland, 68. Swiss charts, 15. UK charts. There's a bunch of UK charts here. Made it onto every one of them. The UK album charts, number 27. Physical copies, 28. Download versions, 30. Rock and Metal, number 4. Independent album, number 11. Independent Breakers, number 3. Another current albums, number 27. Oh, sorry, that's here. U.S. album, number 27. And they also broke it up for the U.S. hard rock albums, number 2. Digital albums, number 17. And just regular rock albums, number 11. And then record label independent current rock albums, number 7. I don't know what's up with all these different lists and shit. But anyway, so that is my pick for today. Pick number 15, Camelot, The Awakening. It's almost a given when Camelot releases a new album, they will wind up on my top list. It's just the works are just so good. But what's really interesting, I find, is that Camelot is a band where they'll release a new record. I'll listen to it a bunch of times when it first comes out within a couple of months, and then I generally don't revisit it for a while. Because I think this is one of the Camelot's albums are they demand so much attention, and they're so dramatic and big time works, that it's almost like you get exhausted after listening to them for a month or two, right? And then you have to kind of take a long break, and then it's generally speaking, it's not until they release another one that I go and listen to the new one and backtrack and go listen to the other ones. Kind of I have a really weird relationship with Camelot. I really love them a lot, but they're not a band that I reach for a lot during the course of the year, but I'll go through that one period where I'll be totally immersed in Camelot music, and then I'm just okay, that's it. I'm tired. I'm gonna go check out some other stuff. It's just a weird relationship, but I love them a lot. I think their music is always really high quality, and almost all their albums to me are real gems. So, and I really like the latter part of the catalog. I think Tommy's a great singer. Is he Roy Khan? No, of course not. But he's great in his own right. So yeah. There we have The Awakening. Let us know what you think of this album down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 15. We'll see you tomorrow for number 14. Will we be staying within metal tomorrow? Perhaps. You'll have to wait and see. This is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there. We've already had people calling and requesting Cameo videos for Christmas presents for friends and loved ones. So thank you. That's very cool. I love spreading some holiday cheer and whatnot. So we'll see you tomorrow, right, for another pick. Tune in just a little bit for Ranking the Albums. Naz featuring Todd Rundgren, the really cool late 60s garage rock psychedelic pop band starring on guitars and backing vocals and songwriting Mr. Todd Rundgren. Right, 3 albums. That's coming up in just a little bit. Till then, I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. For Frosty and Tala and Nuka and Kira, see you soon. Bye-bye.